All right, man. And we are live. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? It's your man, Project Mac, aka Mac Solomon, reporting live, man. Reporting live on this fine Friday afternoon, or I guess morning still. It's not noon yet, but good morning to all those out there. Buenos dias, as they say in Spanish. Uh yeah, man, we here. We here. We're ready to go. We got a great show today. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting on all the social platforms. We are growing every day rapidly on TikTok. So we appreciate you guys for showing love on TikTok. We need more support on Instagram and we need more support on YouTube. But I do see our numbers are growing slowly and steadily. So that's always a good sign. But besides that, man, we appreciate you guys for always just showing love, man, and always just being here for the early stages. This is not an easy thing to do. I'm trying to get better at this every day. I'm trying to get better at just being a better communicator. Just being able to give you guys a quality show without any interruptions, delays, things like that. So my goal here is just to educate you guys, entertain you guys, and stop you guys from being fat pigs, man. That's the biggest thing we need. We need people to have this information so that you guys can be the best version of yourselves. So if you guys are not taking this information that you're getting from this live stream and applying it to your everyday life, I'm not doing my job. Now, I'm not responsible for all you motherfuckers. Like some of you guys are just lost causes. I ain't gonna help everybody, but the ones that want to be here, the ones that do want to receive this information and get better and get in better shape, then this is for you. We appreciate you guys. But before we start today, man, like the video, please. Please like the video. It costs nothing to like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Also, please comment down below any questions you might have for me as far as fitness, getting in shape, you know, just anything that you feel like you would need questions on. I am here to help you guys with that. So please comment down below. Show some love if you want to. It costs absolutely nothing. But before we get into that, man, we are going to break down basically today's show. As you guys know, we have three segments today. Excuse me. We got three segments. The fit report. So we're reacting to the latest fitness news, fitness trends, giving my commentary on that. And we are also commentating on the other segment, which is what the fitness, basically just reacting to different videos, funny, serious, life lessons, but just finding ways to educate you guys on each video and giving my input. And then the final, man, the main event, basically today, man, we're going over the three biggest mistakes men make when trying to get in shape. So we will be breaking that down. The three most common things I see in most men, or just people in general, but mainly for men, for you guys watching. Just breaking that down for you guys that have questions. Why am I not seeing results? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? So I'm going to be breaking down the three most common things that I see that most people make, that I come across. I've been a fitness coach for the last decade. So you guys, I've seen it, heard it all. I've trained in here. I've trained in the Bay Area. I trained in LA. I've worked with some of the biggest people in the world. I've worked with some of the biggest hotels in the world. And you guys will be surprised, man. It's all the same questions. They all have the same issues as far as how to get in shape, what I'm doing wrong, this and that. So today I'm going to be breaking down just, common things I see with people, and, give you guys input on that. And maybe it applies to your life as well. And hopefully that can answer any of your questions you have. All right. So before we get into that, man, I'm going to say it again, as always, hit that like button, push us up that YouTube algorithm. This is a new channel. So we're trying to, get that steady growth. We're trying to get in the airways. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below. Also, if you haven't already, follow us on all social media platforms, Winners Diet TV for more value. And you can follow my personal, which is Project Mac, as you guys can see here on the screen. All right. So without further ado, man, let's get into the first article in the Fit report. All right, let's get to it. All right. So as you guys can see here, where are we at with it? All right. So this article says lab grown salmon has been approved by the FDA. The cultivation process from fish cells to fillet takes about 2 weeks, much faster than traditional salmon farming. Wild Type's lab grown coho salmon has become the first cultivated seafood approved by the FDA for the U.S. sale. This milestone opens the door for sustainable seafood alternatives. The product is now featured at a Portland's Haitian restaurant, Cannes, and will soon appear at others. How it's made: the salmon is grown from real fish cells in bioreactors fed with a nutrient blend like a fancy Gatorade and later combined with plant ingredients for structure. The process takes about 2 weeks, much faster than traditional salmon farming. Okay, let's look at the challenges here. It says, despite the potential, there's uncertainty about consumer acceptance. Some states are banning cultivated meats, and investor interest has cooled due to past underperformance in the plant-based sector. Companies still need to match the taste, price, and texture of real fish. Okay, man. So we are here. This is where we are now. So this is where we are. As you guys can see now, that and I think they've already been experimenting with different trying to grow different food in labs. Chicken, I think they did chicken before a long time ago. Now they're doing salmon. I'm pretty sure they're doing other stuff. So I mean, they're even talking about producing humans in labs now. So this isn't too far off, man. This isn't too far off. Making food from lab and stemming from their own cells. And what they're not telling you is what else is going into that, into the making of this process. Yes, they always say, yeah, it's made from salmon cells, it's made from the cells of real chicken. What else is going on in there though? What else are they putting in there? Because it can't just be its own cells. It has to be other ingredients that you're adding in that is obviously man-made in the lab, that is still fairly new, that we don't know much about. And this is where we are, man. This is where we are. And I'm pretty sure they've already tested it in certain stores because obviously it's not regulated within the whole country. So they can't sell it in, your local supermarkets. And I do believe they have to tell you, that this is lab grown salmon if they're going to put it out there. I don't think they can just, package it in with regular salmon and tell you that it's real salmon. So, but this is where we are, man. This is where society is headed to. We're making fake meat now. And I do believe that it will be sold in stores in a few years. I do believe this will be the new norm. I do believe that this is where uh, things are headed. And me personally, man, if it ain't natural, I'm not fucking with it. I'm cool. I'm good off of fake meat. I'm good off of anything that is not coming from animals. I know you vegans out there, y'all can try to play this game and make everything, plant-based and whatnot. But there's always gonna be a market, and it will always be the biggest market for people that want real meat, that want real food that is coming from a cow, coming from a chicken, coming from a fish, coming from whatever that is, poultry based. There's always going to be that market. So they can sit here and do these tests. They can sit here and put out fake meat, give you guys fake this, lab grown salmon, lab grown fish, lab grown turkey. They can play that game. But there's always going to be a market for people that want real, authentic meat. Pause. And I'm one of them. I'm not eating salmon that is grown from the lab. I'm not doing that. You know, they can try to normalize it, which they will be trying to normalize it very soon. Once they get the regulations approved and it's finally able to be in stores, they're going to try to normalize it. There's going to be a lot of marketing dollars behind it. But in the end, man, in the end, it's all about the bottom line. It's the money. Whenever you see things like this, you just got to follow the money. You know, they're trying to cut out the middleman, which is the farmers, and just go straight to consumer. It's always about the money. Anything you see, anything you have to question. Why is this the way it is? Why are things like this? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Just follow the money. The money is always going to tell you. The money has all the answers as to why things are done the way they are. Just follow the money. It will tell you everything you need to know. So, and I don't think this is going to be successful, by the way. This is not going to be successful. They can try it, and they've already said it's underperformed. So, this is not going to be a successful thing. Yeah, it might appeal to a certain demographic or, a certain market, but it won't be a very big market. It might be good for the vegans. They might like that, but who the fuck cares what they like, right? All right, man, let's get to the next one. Hold on, you guys. Let me put this chapstick on. Give me 1 second. I don't give a damn about what a vegan gotta think, man. Come on now. Crazy out here, man. Crazy work. But hit that like video, man. We going in right now. It's a fine Friday afternoon, man. Let's get it. All right, let's get to the next article, man. What we got here? What do we have here? Let's get to the next one. All right. So, let me get this out the way. All right, this one says Americans get over half their calories from ultra processed foods per the CDC. Okay. What's new here? Okay, so it says most Americans get more than half their calories from ultra processed foods. Those super tasty, energy dense foods, typically full of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats, according to a new federal report. Nutrition research has shown for years that ultra processed foods make up a big chunk of the U.S. diet, especially for kids and teens. Definitely agree. For the first time, however, the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed those high levels of consumption using dietary data collected from August 21 to August 23. The report comes amid growing scrutiny of such foods by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who blames them for causing chronic diseases. We are poisoning ourselves, and it's coming principally from the ultra-processed foods, Kennedy told Fox News earlier this year. Overall, about 55% of total calories consumed by American aged 1 and older came from ultra-processed foods during that period. According to the report, for adults, ultra-processed foods made up about 53% of total calories consumed, but for kids through age 18, it was nearly 62%. Wow. This is not a surprise. It's not a surprise. I mean, America is, the average American diet, as we previously discussed, the average American diet comes with average American diseases. It's very simple here. We don't get to this point in society where nearly half the population is overweight. We don't get here by eating clean foods. We don't get here by eating unprocessed foods. We don't get here by eating whole foods. No, we got here by eating ultra processed, high fructose corn syrup, refined sugars, and simple carbohydrates. This is how we got here. This is how we got fat and lack of exercise. So everything that was meant to move society forward, the iPhone, technology, now AI, what they don't say is a lot of these things are making us lazier. A lot of these things are making us fatter. But we think it's helping our society, and it is in certain ways, right? It's making things easier as far as, lightening the workload and just making tasks a lot faster and easier. But in the process of that, what they're not telling you is it's making you lazier, it's making you incapable of independent thought, and it's making you fatter. Because we already as humans are a lazy species as it is. Humans are fairly lazy as a whole, right? We always take the path of least resistance. If there's an easier way to do things, we're going to take that deal. So when you bring in the invention of the smartphone, when you bring in the inventions of now AI going forward, right? All that's doing is just making you lazier. It's just making you fatter. It's making you weaker. It might be great for society as a whole, but again, what do I always say? There's trade offs. You get this has to go away, right? So if you bring in modern smart technology, well, your drive to work harder, your drive to do what is difficult, that may go away. But on the back end, you might get an easier life, which is what a majority of us want. But that comes with a consequence, which is it might compromise your health. It might compromise your ability to have independent thought. It might compromise your drive to work harder. So these are these are things that we don't notice. These are the little costs that we don't realize come into play when we have these things at our disposal. So going back to this article, yeah, I mean, fast food, processed food is very easy. It's very easy to obtain. It's very easy to just pop it in the microwave, grab and go. So, but in the process of that, we lose our ability to be healthy. We lose our drive to want to go work out. When you're constantly putting sugar in your body, when you're constantly putting, you know, different high fructose corn syrup, when you're putting in simple refined sugars, when you're putting all this junk in your body, it's going to severely diminish the drive to go work out. It's going to diminish your ability to want to work harder because it just makes you lethargic. It loses your energy. You lose energy in the process. You're not as motivated. So you add years and years on top of this. What do you think you're going to look like or feel like when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, when this is something that you've been doing since you were a teen or a kid? And these are, and I'm just speaking on people that have basic exercise. I'm not even speaking on the people that never did any type of sports growing up, never was active in their early years. Like they're gonna have it even worse. So yeah, I mean, look, man, you can choose to go down this route. I always say choosing to do what's easy is good in the short term. It feels good in the short term, and it might be beneficial, but in the long term, that's where you see the actual effects. That's where you see the real consequences of your decisions, of your habits. You see that on the back end. So man, this article definitely hits it on the head, man. All right, man, let's get to the third article. We're going through these pretty quickly, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as always. Let me get some of this water real quick. All right, man. Let's get to this last article here. Let's see what we got here. All right. So, okay. So the US bans the purchase of soda, candy, and other junk food items using SNAP food benefits. And this is something that RFK Jr. has implemented as of recent. So you guys, those of you guys that are on government assistance, that have SNAP benefits, you will no longer be able to use that to buy soda, candy, junk food. No more. You can't go to the drive-through of Jack in the Box no more. You can't go to Popeye's Chicken and use your EBT no more. Those days are over. No, no, no. You got to go. Let me stop sharing this. Yeah. So he's banned the use of using your SNAP benefits to go to, fast food joints, buy candy, buy soda, buy just unhealthy shit. So, yeah, I completely agree with this, man. I completely agree with this. No more drive-through. No more drive-through stuff. Shit, hold on, you guys. I'm getting a call. But yeah, no more drive-through. No more fast food joints. No more Popeye's Chicken. No more drive-through Jack in the Box. No, you got to bring your ass now and go to the grocery store. Go get your fruits and vegetables. Go get your lean cuts of meat. No more of this, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy. No, 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 no. Now he's giving you direct access to that. So there's no more of that. And I completely agree. Because the main thing is this, man, and I always see this shit. This is always an argument between people of, of low income. Oh, we don't have access to healthy food. And I've lived in these areas, bro. I used to live in El Sereno in East LA. It doesn't get more low income than that. And I will be shopping at these stores, right? The Food for Lesses, the Walmarts. Bro, whenever I would see a family that I know was on public assistance, that I know was on SNAP benefits, guess what? Guess what was in their cart? What was in their cart was Pop-Tarts, chicken nuggets, cereals, high in sugar, Captain Crunch, soda, juices. Nothing in there that was of nutritional value. When the whole produce section was untouched, the poultry section, the section where there was lean cuts of meat, untouched. The section where there was healthy snacks, untouched. So don't come here and give me this excuse, oh, there's no access to healthy food, it's too expensive, when it's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. You just choose to move your big ass and your cart right past it. Your big ass rolls right past it and goes straight into the sugary snacks, the chicken nuggets, everything that is meant to make you fatter. You just go right there. Don't even look at the fruits and vegetables. Don't even look at, like, it's crazy. People always have excuses, man. They always have excuses. You can't tell us what to do and what to buy. No, this is to help you. Because y'all don't make the right decisions. They're giving you X amount of dollars every month in benefits, and you still choose to spend it on bullshit. And let me tell you this, fast food today is not cheap anymore. It is not cheap no more. You're better off going and buying food that can last you a couple days. Because the days of you being able to go and get you you know, a Big Mac, fries, and a drink. Those days are over for less than $10. Back in the day, you can go get you a Big Mac, a fries and drink, large fries and drink for less than $10 for $5.99. Those days are over with, man. Those days are over with. You'll be lucky to spend $15 today. You'll be lucky. So guess what? You're better off just spending the money on food that could actually give you nutritional value. You're better off spending the money on things that is beneficial to your health overall. But now the problem is people are stuck in their ways with their bad habits. They don't want to change. And when you give them solutions on how to change, they're going to fight you on it. They're going to tell you, you can't tell me what to do with my money. When really it ain't your money anyway. That's government daddy's money. Let's be honest. That's a taxpayer money. Let's keep it all the way real here. If we want to go there, it's not your money. it's not your money, man. So now RFK is saying, hey, yes, no more sweets, no more sugars, no more sodas, no more junk food. No, you can only spend your SNAP benefits on things that are beneficial to you. And what do? I look at the comments, they're fighting him. It is crazy out here, man. It is crazy the way people think. It is crazy how illogical people are. Like, you can't give people stuff, bro. Like some people, you just can't give them stuff because they're always going to find a different way to complain. You're always complaining about not having access to food, healthy food. They're giving you a solution now. They're Xing out the problem that you guys are in currently. The reason why you're out of shape, why you look like shit, is because you keep buying shit that isn't good for you. And now we're cutting that off and we're giving you access to, now we're giving you direct access. You can only spend this on food that is going to keep you healthy, keep you alive. And what do? They complain. It's a losing battle, man. It's a losing battle with these people. You can't win. You can't win. You can't win. You know? So, hey, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see what happens in the process. But I think this is the step in the right direction. We have to get this weight issue in our country under control, man. So, all right, man. I think that is it for What the Fitness. Let's get on to, the Fit Report. Let's get on to What the Fitness. Make sure you guys like that video, man. Like that video. Subscribe, please, and thank you. All right, so What the Fitness. Let's get into this first video. This is about a man basically holding you accountable. A lot of times we keep saying, oh man, I don't have time to work out. I work 30 hours, I work 40 hours, I work 50, 60 hours. But guess what? Your excuses, the excuses that you have, somebody is using that and running with it. Somebody is using that and proving you as to why you're full of shit. Somebody is using your excuse and showing you why you're never going to get in shape. Because those that want it will find a way. Those that want to get in shape will figure out a way to get in shape. So let's take a look at this video here. All right, let me refresh this real quick so we can hear it. Come on. Hold on, guys. This Wi-Fi, man, I swear to God. All right, here we go.
How many hours a week do you work? 40. How many hours a week do you work? 40. Okay. How many hours a week do you work?
Like work in here?
Yeah, work. No, work. Your job.
My job?
9, 10 hour days. 2 in the morning till about 12 in the afternoon. Wow. So over 40 hours. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just checking. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How many hours a week do you work? Work? Yeah, work. Job? Yeah, your job. 50. But you're in here every day. 5 days a week. Wow. Okay. How many hours a week do you work? 60, 70. All right. Thank you. How many hours a week do you work at your job? 40. Okay. And you're in here? Oh, for sure. Okay. Just checking. Without a doubt. All right, baby. Doubt. Be like you, baby. How many sessions on this? All of them. How many reps? All of them. How many hours a week do you work? 50. And you got time for the gym? Oh, all right. See you, man.
Preach. Oh man, I had to post this video because we say this at PBTC all the time. You can always make time for yourself and especially your health. All these people in this video I just showed you, they're working every day, consistently, grinding. Not one of them worked less than 40 hours. So that's full time. And some worked, and actually half of them worked over that. And they're still getting it in. Let's go, PBTC Fit Fam.
Let's go. Let's go. Look, man. Like I said, either you're gonna find a way or you're gonna find an excuse. That like there is no in between. Either you're gonna find a way or you're gonna find an excuse. Which one are you gonna be under? Which one are you going to follow? It's that simple. There's so many people that say, "Oh man, I can't work out. I got my 9 to 5," but then they go home. This is what happens. You wake up, you go to work your 9 to 5. Then when you get home, you go straight to the fridge, pop open a can of beer, sit your lazy ass down, watch TV for 3 hours, and then you're in bed. Bro, like it's all about prioritizing your time. That's one thing that most people do not do. You keep saying that I don't have time to work out. When you analyze someone's whole day, right? There's 24 hours in a day. 8 hours you spend sleeping, right? 8 hours you spend working. That's 16 hours total. What are you doing for the other 8 hours? So you telling me out of that last 8 hours, you can't find not even 1 hour. You can't even find 45 minutes to exercise? No, that's an excuse. That to me right there just shows me you don't prioritize your time and you don't prioritize your health. Because you can't tell me out of 8 hours that I have left out of my day, I don't have time out of that 8 hours to spend 45 minutes to 1 hour bettering my health. You can spend 30 minutes of that meal prepping, getting ready for the rest of your week. Like people just live with excuses, man. When you don't want to do something, you're going to find every excuse in the book to not do it. What time do you wake up? Man, you wake up right an hour right before work. Why don't you get it in right before work? Why don't you wake up maybe an extra hour earlier so that you have time to do a quick half an hour strength training workout and maybe 20 minutes cardio? But no, they want to sleep in, then they go to work, then they go home, watch the Raiders lose. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, bro, like you're drinking beer, ordering a pizza. That time you could have been spent getting your body right, but nah. It's easier to just sit on the couch. It's easier to drink beer. It's easier to order takeout. It's easier. So, man, look, you're going to have excuses, but just like my coach used to say, excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. And that's just all there is to it. All right, man, let's get to the next article here, man. Not article, but video here in What the Fitness. This is somebody's abuela telling you what you do not need So let's take a look at this video. I like her content, man. Shout out to her.
This is a reminder
Let's take a look.
that you do not need anything from Starbucks today. You do not.
Let me refresh this. Hold on. Hold on. Come on. Internet acting funny today, man.
A reminder that you do not need anything from Starbucks today. You do not need anything from Chick-fil-A today. You do not need anything from Chipotle today. You have food at home. You're just lazy to cook. You're just lazy to cook. Stand up and cook. I saw that you went grocery shopping this weekend. I saw that you spent almost $500 on groceries. You have food at home. You're able to open your fridge. You're able to make a sandwich. You can make a spaghetti with meatballs. You are just bored buying. You're not even thinking what you actually need and what you actually want right now. This is a reminder that you do not need anything.
You do not need anything. Hey, man, Abuela got it. She hit it on the head, man. You don't need. Look, man. Go back into your DoorDash history. Go back into your Uber Eats history. How much money do you spend on takeout per week? How much money do you spend on takeout per month? Now, once you look at that crazy ass number, I want you guys to ask yourself, how much of that can you allocate to food that is actually going to get you in better shape? How much of that money that you spent on DoorDash and eating out, how much of that could you have spent on meal prep that could, basically that you can use to get you in better shape, that you can use to make you healthier, that you can use to build muscle? How much of it? Because I guarantee you, most of us, we spend so much money on bullshit that we do not need, so much money on shit that we're going to regret later, mainly food, right? Because I'll tell you one thing, man. Just how dudes be having post-nut clarity, we be having fast food clarity as well, bro. I know I do. And I have one of the biggest sweet tooths ever. But we all got post-junk food clarity, man. I guarantee you, because when I eat a pizza, when I eat donuts, when I eat sweets, junk food, that shit feels so good in the moment. But the moment you finish that shit, you just look at yourself and you're like, damn, what the fuck did I just do? You feel like shit. You regret it. Oh, yeah. Post junk food clarity is real. It is a real thing. Some of you guys don't get it because you guys, this is your lifestyle. But when you guys are in great shape, when you are fit, when you are healthy, when you do these things maybe once a week or once every other week, however you do it, and you finally eat junk food, you are going to get hit with that post junk food clarity. Mark my words. You are going to regret that decision as soon as that last bite is done. It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. Everything destructive feels good in the moment. Oh, yeah. I get it all the time, bro. I get it all the time. Eating my favorite junk food, pizza, chicken wings, and fries. A 3x3 with animal style fries and a milkshake. Oh, that shit feels so good in the moment. But as soon as that shit is over, you're looking at the burger wrapper. You're looking at the half finished strawberry milkshake. And you like, man, what the fuck did I just do? So yes, you guys do not need to be spending all that bullshit that you do on takeout, junk food every month, every week, however you do it. Just use that, man. Look, if you guys just allocate even just half of that money to buying food that's going to make you healthier, you won't regret it, man. You won't regret it. You just need to break that habit of eating like shit. It's a hard habit to break. Mainly when you've been doing it for so long, it's a very, very hard habit to break. But once you do it, you're going to feel good about yourself. And then you're going to keep doing it and keep doing it. And then eventually you're going to look back and you're going to see how much weight you've lost just by tweaking a very small habit. You don't know how much one bad habit is holding you back from being where you want to be at. So you have to identify what your bad habits are. Is it spending? Is it frivolous spending? Just overspending on shit you don't need? Is it constantly watching TV? Whatever it is, this chair is fucking me up, man. Whatever it is, identify your bad habits and just start every day, replace that bad habits with a good habit. And then in 30 to 60 days, you're going to see how much that shit's been holding you back. It's very simple, man. It's very simple. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. But if you stick to it long enough, you're going to see a very, very big difference. A very big difference over the next month or so. All it takes is 21 days to build a habit. That's it. It doesn't take that long, man. But if you're consistent enough, if you're dedicated enough, you can make it happen. The question that you got to ask yourself is, do you want to make it happen? All right, let's get to the last video here on our What the Fitness segment. What do we have here? Okay, we have a video here. This is for all my TikTokers, guys that are on TikTok heavy. Make sure you guys look, everything you see on TikTok, you don't need to replicate. You don't need to do, because a lot of the food or desserts that is shown on TikTok, it really looks disgusting, but it looks cool. It's popular. It gets a lot of attention and likes. So a lot of people want to replicate it. But once you really sit down and you try to make it and you realize how disgusting it is, you won't want to do it again. So let's take a look here at this video of a guy making a dessert from scratch. Well, I won't say from scratch, but a TikTok dessert, if you must. Let's take a look here. Let me refresh the video, because this is really disgusting, by the way, you guys. I hope none of you guys actually attempt this, but let's see.
What do we have today? Here come. Oh my Lord! Why would you do something like? Why would you open the oatmeal cream pies just to put them back in the box to pour said cream pies out? Oh my Lord! Why?
Oh my God!
Why would you do this right here? And that's strike one. And I see strike two.
Oh my God! He got the cherries coming in. Oh God! Oh no!
Hold on. This got to be rage bait, huh? This got to be. And no. You're not about to enrage me, because I got the joy of the Lord.
Oh God! What the fuck is that?
And upon further inspection,
Jesus Christ,
this might be a big back to life. Because an oatmeal cream pie crust on a cheesecake, that might be doing something. It looks a little crazy, but God will work it out. Oh yeah, God will work it out. I might have to make this for me with the crumbles on the top.
Oh my God.
The big bacteria this is going crazy. I'm gonna take one bite. Hallelujah. Accidentally took a second one because reflex.
That is disgusting. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, that is disgusting. Please do not attempt to do what you see on TikTok. Meaning, please stop attempting to make these TikTok desserts. All they're gonna do is you're just gonna make a big ass mess, man. That's all there is to it. You're just gonna make a big ass mess. Please stop attempting to make these disgusting, these vile ass TikTok desserts, man. These are some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. It's disgusting. You can try it if you want to. I mean, if that's what you're into, I know it looks popular, it gets a lot of likes and attention, but hey, man, everything that glitter ain't gold. And this right here does the complete opposite. This is repulsive. And the fact that someone thinks this is just it looks tasty, you have to reevaluate your life. You need to reevaluate your life if you think this looks good. So yeah, man, look, y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm saying please do not attempt something like this. This is absolutely disgusting. Okay, man. Let's get to the main event, the topic of the day. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. The main event today, man, we are talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that men make when trying to get in shape. So it kind of goes back to the winner's diet philosophy, right? Because a lot of times when it comes to us trying to get in shape, it comes down to habits. It comes down to how we look at things, the mindset. Whenever you're doing something that is perceived as valuable, you have to understand that it's going to take time, right? You want to make lots of money. That's going to take a lot of time. Now, some others can get there faster by doing other things, right? It may be illegal, but they can get there faster. But obviously, we're not speaking on that type of person. We're talking about people that want to build things from the ground up, right? So you want to make more money? Well, you got to put in some work. You're going to have to build some shit. You want to lose weight? It's going to take some work. You know, it might take, depending on how big you are, it's going to take you some time. So everything that we do here, when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to just elevating your life, period, man, is going to take some time. So before you even attempt to get back in shape, this has to be drilled in your mind. This has to be already stable in your mind that it's not going to be an overnight fix. It's not going to be an easy fix. Okay. You're trying to undo years and years of bad habits. So, what I see is most men try to get in shape. You know, they think they need to do, you know, they need more supplements, they need more tips, they need more motivation. But really, all you're doing is sabotaging yourself. Everything that you need to do is just in hard work. You don't need tips from fitness influencers. You don't need to watch David Goggins or Andrew Tate videos to get motivated. You know, you just need to work, man. You just need to go put your hand in the dirt and get back in shape. But in the process of this, you guys cannot make critical mistakes. Okay. So the first mistake, hold on, let me adjust my chair. This shit keeps going up and down. It's irritating the fuck out of me. 1 second, guys. God damn, I might need a new chair, man. Anyway, so the first mistake that most guys make when trying to get in shape is, I think the most important one is training without a plan. So mainly, you guys, you know you're in shape. You know you need to lose weight. You know you need to work on that bird chest. You know you need to fix that double chin. So what happens is guys may watch motivational videos, they get amped up, and now they want to go to the gym. Perfect, great. But here's the problem. You're going with no plan. You're going with no structure. This is the biggest mistake. What's going to happen is this. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to hop on the treadmill. You might do a little, you know, some push-ups here and there. You might do some squats or whatever. But then that's only going to last for so long. After a while, you're going to get tired of going on a treadmill. You're going to get tired of hopping on the Stairmaster. Because why? You don't have a plan. You don't have any structure. How are you going to get stronger? There's no answer. You don't have a strategy. You just have hope. I'm going to go to the gym right now, and I hope I can get in shape. If I can just keep doing the cardio machine, if I do some BS free weights, if I just do machines, then eventually I'm going to get in shape. And that's not how it works. To get in shape, you need a plan. To get in shape, you need structure. You need a path of where you need to be. You need to identify your goals and have a plan in place to attack those goals. If you don't have that, you're going to fail. It's that simple. You're going to fail. There's no other way around it. So make sure if you're starting your health journey, make sure you understand what you're getting into. Make sure you understand what you need to do to get to where you want to be. Have a plan. Don't just hop in there and think that you're going to do some push-ups, go run, do a bullshit ass strength training workout with no type of progressive overload and no way of pushing yourself, and you're going to get in shape. It's not how it works. Okay? Have a plan in place, have some structure, and you'll get there. The second one is another big one is you quit too soon. And you quit too soon. Why? Because you don't see results right away. And this plays into why you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan so you don't quit too soon. Because when you're just out there just doing whatever, when you're just throwing darts at the wall, kicking the can down the road, you never can track your progress. You're never going to know where you are in your journey. So what happens is guys may be consistent, right? Or they say they're consistent for 2-3 weeks, and then they don't see any results. And the main reason why is they keep checking the scale. This is one of the biggest reasons why people quit too soon. You check the scale every single day, right? Guess what? You're doing yourself a disservice, because what you don't know is that every day our diet is up and down. What we put into our body affects our weight. So one day you might have had too much sodium. Guess what? Your weight's going to change. You might have drank a lot of water. Your weight's going to change. So there's so many, you might have ate a little bit more than you need to. Your weight's going to change. It's not going to stay there. It might just be there for that day, but eventually it's going to go back down to normal. But what happens is you guys quit too soon because you see that the weight is not changing, or it may have even increased in the process of you gaining weight. And now you're looking around and be like, hey, hold on. I've been coming to the gym for about 3 weeks now, and I've gained weight. Well, the problem is, even if you had a plan, you shouldn't even be checking your weight every single day. What you need to do is you need to check your weight once a week on the same day at the same time. So if you check your weight every Friday at noon, that's the time you need to be checking your weight going forward. Every Friday at noon. Keep it consistent. Keep it the same day, the same time. Don't change it, because that's where you're going to see the most accurate results. That's when your body is going to be in the most accurate form to show you where you are, to show your progress. So you quit too soon mainly because you guys keep checking the scale every single day. And the last one here, which I think is very underrated, and I've seen from a lot of people, is they think that if they fast, if they do intermittent fasting, then they're going to lose weight. So most people they might be overweight. They might feel like they need to lose weight. And they think that the key to get back in shape or lose weight is I'm going to do intermittent fasting. But what they don't know about intermittent fasting is that it's only really for people that are already active. It's only for people that already eat a certain amount of calories. If you're under eating, because mainly a lot of times you have people that overeat. So being overweight comes in two categories mostly, right? Or just out of shape, period. It comes in two categories. One is you overeat. You're eating too many calories. You're eating in a calorie surplus. And then the second one is that most people don't realize is you're under eating. So you're eating less than your baseline caloric intake. So let's say your caloric intake is, you know, that you need to maintain your weight is 1500. You are way below baseline eating at 1100 a day, mainly because your metabolism is slow because you don't eat and you don't exercise. So you'll see people that say, Mac, I don't know how I'm fat. I don't know how I'm overweight. I only eat one time a day. That's because your body is storing extra fat because your body's not processing and breaking down foods as quickly as it needs to. So what happens is your body is going to store that extra fat, which is why you have a high body fat percentage. Even if they're not really severely overweight, their body fat percentage is going to be extremely high. So they're wondering why, you know, they're not in the best of shape. They're wondering why they can't seem to lose weight. Well, you have a high body fat percentage because you're not active. Your body isn't breaking down foods as fast as it needs to. So the problem here is fasting isn't going to cure that. Fasting is not going to be the solution. And that goes back to you quitting too soon because you think that fasting is going to be the thing that you're going to use to get back in shape and lose more weight. No, you don't need to do fasting. That is only for a certain demographic of people. What you need to do is you need to start strength training. You need to start lifting weights. Put off cardio. Don't do too much cardio right now because you're already in a lethargic state, your body wise. What you need to do is start to lift weights. What lifting weights is going to do is going to speed up your metabolism. Now it's going to make you hungrier, which and then is gonna help you break down food a lot faster. So now you can start eating more as time goes on. That's how you break that under eating cycle. So yeah, man, those are the three things that the biggest mistakes that most people make. And I can do videos on more things. Do you guys have any questions as to the two people that are in here? Do you have any questions as to, why you can't seem to lose weight? I'll be happy to answer. But those are really the three things that I see mostly that people come into struggle with, right? Those are the biggest mistakes that I see a lot in my 10 years of being in the fitness industry. So really, man, the main solutions is just have a plan, be consistent with that plan, right? And the only way to do this, get you somebody that understands, your goals, understands what your body needs. Someone like me, obviously, I've been doing this 10 plus years, have hundreds of transformations and worked with hundreds and hundreds of clients. So someone like me can sit down with you and break down where your problem areas are and give you a roadmap to where you need to be at. And then 3, obviously, stop under eating, man. Figure out how many calories you need per day to maintain your body weight. And then we can work on how many you need to be in a deficit. So under eating is not the solution. Fasting is not the solution. All right. All right, man. That concludes today's episode. We appreciate you guys for tapping in. As always, what the hell was that? Oh shit. My bands are coming off. Damn. We appreciate you guys. Today is been crazy. We appreciate you guys for tapping in as always, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below anything you guys want to see. Please follow us on all socials, Winners Diet TV on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Project Mac on Instagram as well. We'll see you guys back tomorrow, man. We out. Peace.